Yes, I have tricks in my pocket, I have things up my sleeve, but I am the opposite of a stage musician. He gives you illusion that has the appearance of truth. I give you truth in the pleasant disguise of illusion. To begin with, I turn back time. I reverse it to that quaint period, the 30s, when the huge middle class of America was matriculating in a school for the blind. Their eyes had failed them, or they had failed their eyes, and so they were having their fingers pressed forcibly down on the fiery braille alphabet of a dissolving economy. In Spain, there was revolution. Here, there was only shouting and confusion. In Spain, there was Guernica. Here, there were disturbances of labor, sometimes pretty violent, in otherwise peaceful cities such as Chicago, Cleveland, St. Louis. This is the social background of the play. Being a memory play, it is dimly lighted, it is sentimental, it is not realistic. In memory, everything seems to happen to music. That explains the fiddle in the wings. I am the narrator of the play and also a character in it. The other characters are my mother, Amanda, my sister, Laura, and a gentleman caller who appears in the final scenes. He is the most realistic character in the play, being an emissary from a world of reality that we were somehow set apart from. But since I have a poet's weakness for symbols, I am using this character also as a symbol. He is the long delayed but always expected something what we live for. There is a fifth character in the play who doesn't appear except in this larger-than-life-size photograph over the mantel. This is our father who left us a long time ago. He was a telephone man who fell in love with long distances. He gave up his job with the telephone company and skipped the life, fantastic, out of our town. The last we heard of him was a picture postcard from Mazatlan on the Pacific coast of Mexico, containing a message of 2 words, hello and goodbye, and no address. I think the rest of the play will explain itself.
Tom,
Yes, Mother.
we can't say grace until you come to the table.
Coming, Mother.
Honey, don't push with your fingers. If you have to push with something, the thing to push with is a crust of bread. And chew, chew. Animals have secretions in their stomach which enable them to digest food without mastication. But human beings are supposed to chew their food before they swallow it down. Eat food leisurely, son, and really enjoy it. A well-cooked meal has lots of delicate flavors that have to be held in the mouth for appreciation. So chew your food and give your salivary glands a chance to function.
I haven't enjoyed one bite of this dinner because of your constant directions on how to eat it. It's you that make me rush through meals with your hawk-like attention to every bite I take. Sickening, spoils my appetite. All this discussion of animal secretions, salivary glands, mastication.
Temperament, like a metropolitan star. You're not excused from the table.
I'm getting a cigarette.
You smoke too much.
I'll bring in the blancmange.
No, sister. You'll be a lady this time. I'll be the darky.
But I'm already up.
Sit back down, little sister. I want you to stay fresh and pretty for the gentleman callers.
But I'm not expecting any gentleman callers.
I know what's coming.
Yes, but let her tell it.
Again?
She loves to tell it.
One Sunday afternoon in Blue Mountains, your mother received 17 gentleman callers. Why, sometimes there weren't chairs enough to accommodate them all. We had to send the servant over to bring in folding chairs from the parish house.
How did you entertain those gentlemen callers?
I understood the art of conversation.
I bet you could talk.
Girls in those days knew how to talk, I can tell you.
Yes?
They knew how to entertain their gentlemen callers. It wasn't enough for a girl to be possessed of a pretty face and a graceful figure. Although I wasn't slighted in either respect, she also needed to have a nimble wit and a tongue to meet all occasions. We talked about things of importance going on in the world, never anything coarse or common or vulgar. My callers were gentlemen, all. Among my callers were some of the most prominent young planters of the Mississippi Delta, planters and sons of planters. But I picked your father.
Mother, let me clean the table.
No, dear, go study your typewriter chart. Stay fresh and pretty, your gentlemen's callers will be coming soon. I wonder how many will come today.
I don't believe we're gonna receive any, Mother.
What? Not one? You must be joking. Honey! Not even one gentleman caller? It can't be true. There must be a flood or a tornado.
It's not a flood. It's not a tornado, Mother. I'm just not popular like you were in Blue Mountain.
Ugh.
Mother's just afraid that I'm gonna end up an old maid.
After Mother found out that Laura had dropped out of business college, the idea of getting a gentleman collar became more important and became an obsession. The image of the gentleman collar haunted our small apartment. An evening at home rarely passed without some allusion to this image, this specter, this hope. Even when he wasn't mentioned, his presence hung in Mother's preoccupied look and in my sister's frightened, apologetic manner, hung like a sentence passed upon the wingfields. Mother was a woman of action as well as words. She began to take logical steps in the planned direction. Late that winter and in the early spring, realizing that extra money would be needed to properly feather the nest and plume the bird, she conducted a vigorous campaign on the telephone, roping in subscribers.
Ida Scott, this is Amanda Wingfield. We missed you last Monday at the DAR. How's that sinus condition? Horrors! Heaven have mercy! You're a Christian martyr. Well, I noticed your subscription to the companion is about to expire. Oh, honey, it's something you can't miss. You simply can't go out if you haven't read it. What? Oh, don't let them burn. Go look in the oven. I'll hold the wire. Heavens! She hung up on me.
What in Christ's name am I
Don't use that
supposed to do?
expression. Not in my
Oh!
presence. Have you gone out of your senses?
I have that shoe driven out.
What is the matter with you? You big idiot!
Look, I got no single thing
Lower your voice.
in my life here that I can call my own. Everything is...
Stop that shouting.
Yesterday you confiscated my books. You had the nerve to.
I took that horrible novel back to the library. Yes, that hideous book by Mr. Lawrence. I cannot control the output of diseased minds or people who cater to them.
Ha 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 ha.
But I won't allow such filth into my house. No, 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 no.
House. Who pays rent on it? Who makes a slave of himself to?
Don't you dare to.
No, I mustn't say things. I've got to just...
Let me tell you.
I don't want to hear it anymore.
Oh, you will hear more.
No, I won't hear more. I'm going out.
You come right back in.
Out, because I'm...
Come back here, Tom Wingfield. I'm not done talking with you.
Oh, God.
Tom!
You're going to listen, and no more insolence from you. I'm at the end of my patience.
What do you think I'm at? Aren't I supposed to have any patience to reach the end of it, Mother? I know. It seems unimportant to you what I'm doing, what I want to do. Having a difference between them. You don't think that...
I think you've been doing things that you're ashamed of. I don't believe you go to the movies every night. People don't go at midnight, and movies don't let out at 2 a.m. Coming stumbling, muttering to yourself like a maniac. You get 3 hours of sleep and then go to work. Oh, I can't picture the way you're doing down there. Moping, doping, because you're in no condition.
No, I'm in no condition.
What right do you have to jeopardize your job? To jeopardize the security of us all? How do you think we manage if you were...
Listen, you think I'm crazy about the warehouse? Look, I'd rather somebody batter out my brains than go back mornings. Every time you yell, rise and shine, I say to myself how lucky dead people are. But I go. For $65 a month, I give him all that I dream of, and you say self is all I think about? If that's true, I'd be where Father is, gone.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the movies.
I don't believe that lie.
I'm going to the opium dens. I joined a gang. I'm a hired assassin. They call me Killer Wingfield. I'm leading a double life. Warehouse worker by day, by night, czar of the underworld. I gamble. My enemies plan to dynamite this place. I'll be glad, very happy. And so will you. You'll go up on a broomstick over the Blue Mountains with 17 gentlemen callers, you ugly, babbling old witch.
My class! Menagerie!
I won't talk to you until you apologize. of you to apologize. Thank you for bringing a gentleman caller home.
I think that's him now.
Hey there, Shakespeare.
Hey, come on in.
Thank you.
Hey, where's Laura?
She's sick to her stomach, sitting on the couch.
Hey there, Mr. Lightbulb.
Where was Moses when the lights went out? Do you know the answer to that, Mr. O'Connor?
No, ma'am, what is it?
In the dark. Everybody sit still. I light the candles. Do any of you gentlemen have a match?
Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
No problem, ma'am.
Yes, the fuse that burnt out. Mr. O'Connor, can you tell a burnt out fuse? Because I certainly can't. And Tom over here is lost when it comes to mechanics.
Where's the fuse box?
Right this way. Can you see a thing?
Just a minute.
Isn't electricity a mysterious thing? Wasn't it Benjamin Franklin who tied a key to a kite? We live in such a mysterious universe, don't we? Some people say that science clears up all mysteries for us. In my opinion, it only creates more. Have you found it yet?
No, ma'am. All these fuses look okay to me.
Tom?
Yes, Mother?
That light bill I gave you several days ago? The one I told you we got notices about?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't. Should have known. I guess we're gonna have to spend the remainder of the evening in the 19th century before Mr. Edison invented the Mazda lamp.
It's okay. Candlelight's my favorite kind of light.
That shows you're romantic. Unlike Tom over there. As for your carelessness, Tom, you're going to have to help me with the dishes.
Let me give you a hand.
Indeed, you will not.
Well, I ought to be good for something.
Good for something. Oh, Mr. O'Connor, nobody has given me that much entertainment in years.
Aw, Mrs. Wingfield.
I'm not exaggerating, not one bit. But sister is alone out in the parlor. Here's this lovely candle. And go coax her with this lovely dandelion wine. This ought to make her feel better.
Sure.
Now, Thomas, get into this apron.
Hello, Laura.
Hello.
How are you feeling? Better?
Yes, thank you.
This is for you. A little dandelion wine.
Thank you.
Drink it, but don't get drunk. Where can I put this candle?
Oh, anywhere.
I like to sit on the floor. Mind if I do?
Oh, no.
Pillow? Thank you. How about you? Don't you like sitting on the floor?
Oh, yes.
Grab a pillow then.
I will.
I can't hardly see you sitting way over there.
I can see you.
I know, but that's not fair. I'm in the limelight. Good. Now that's better. I can see you now. Comfortable?
Yes.
So am I. Comfortable as a cow. Want some chewing gum?
No, thank you.
Think of the fortune made by the guy who invented the first piece of chewing gum. Amazing, huh? Now, Laura, your brother says you're shy. Is that true?
I don't know.
I judge you to be an old-fashioned type of girl. Well, I think that's a pretty good type to be. I hope you don't mind I'm being too personal.
I believe I will take that piece of gum if you don't mind. So, Mr. O'Connor, have you kept up with your singing?
Me? Singing?
Yes, I remember what a beautiful voice you had. I don't suppose you remember me at all?
You know, I have the idea that I've seen you before. But the name I started to call you wasn't a name.
Wasn't it Blue Roses?
Blue Roses! My gosh. I didn't know you were Shakespeare's sister. Gosh, I'm sorry.
I didn't expect you to. You barely knew me.
When did you first recognize me?
Oh, right away.
Why didn't you say something then?
I didn't know what to say. I was too surprised.
Didn't we have a class together?
It was singing. Chorus.
Ah!
I sat across the aisle from you in the odd
Ah!
Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays.
Now I remember. You were always late to class.
It was hard getting upstairs. I had that brace on my leg. It clumped so loudly.
Really? I didn't hear any clumping.
To me, it sounded like thunder.
Well, I never noticed. You shouldn't have been self-conscious.
I know, but I was.
Ah, yes. I placed you now. I used to call you Blue Roses. How was it that I started calling you that?
I was out of school a little while with pleurosis. When I came back, you asked me what's the matter. I said I had pleurosis, but you thought I said blue roses. That's why you always called me after that.
I hope you didn't mind.
Oh no, I liked it. You see, I wasn't acquainted with many people.
I remember you sort of stuck by yourself.
I never had much luck at making friends.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Well, I started out badly.
You mean being...
Yes, it sort of stood between me.
You shouldn't have let it.
I know, but it did, and
You were shy with people.
I tried not to be, but never could.
Overcome it?
I never could.
See, I think being shy is something you have to work gradually at.
I guess it,
Takes time.
yes.
See, people aren't so bad once you get to know them. You know, everyone has problems, not just you. Remember that wonderful write-up they had in the Torch?
Yes.
It said that I could do anything I put my mind to. Holy jeez, the Torch! What have you done since high school?
Nothing much.
You mean these 6 long years you haven't done anything?
Well, I took a business course in business college.
How'd that go?
I had to drop out. It gave me indigestion.
What have you been doing now?
Oh, please don't think I sit around doing nothing. My glass collection takes up a good deal amount of time.
Glass collection.
Collection, I said. I have one.
You know what I judge the trouble with you is? You have inferiority complex. That's when somebody low rates himself. I used to have it, but it got much better after I took up public speaking, learned that I had an aptitude for science. You know, my strongest advice for you is that you should think of yourself as superior in some way.
In what way would I think?
Why, man alive, Laura, there's a world full of common people. They are born and they die. I think that everyone excels in something. You just need to find out what. Isn't there something that interests you?
I have my glass collection.
What type of glass?
Ornaments mostly. Little animals made out of glass. Mother calls them a glass menagerie. I have one that's 13 years old, the oldest. Oh, be careful. If you breathe, he breaks.
Oh, don't give him to me. I'm clumsy.
Go on. I trust you with him. See how the light shines through him? He's a unicorn.
Poor guy. He must be awfully lonely.
If he is, he doesn't show it.
Where should I set him?
Put him on the table.
It seems like the rain has stopped. Where does that music come from?
From the Paradise Dance Hall across the alley.
Care to dance, Miss Wilson?
Oh, but I don't dance.
Of course you do.
I'd step on you.
I'm not made out of glass.
Well, if you insist. So how do we start?
Right hand. Follow my lead. Oh!
Oh no! Now he's just like all the other horses. It doesn't matter. I'll just pretend he had an operation. The horn was removed to make him less freakish.
Laura, you're so funny. You're different from everyone else. You really should have confidence in yourself. Somebody ought to give you that confidence. Somebody ought to kiss you. Stumble, John. I shouldn't have done that. Laura, if I had a sister like you, I'd do what Tom did. I'd bring over a nice gentleman for her to meet. But Tom's wrong about me. I can't say I'll take down your number and phone.
You won't call again?
No, Laura. I have strings attached to me. I'm going steady with Betty. Right away, it was love. Love has made a new man out of me. What is this for?
Souvenir.
Well, well, well. Isn't the air delightful after a shower? I made you kids a little liquid refreshment. Why, Laura, you look so serious.
We were having a serious conversation.
Good. Now she's better acquainted. You kids nowadays are so serious-minded. I was so gay as a girl.
You haven't changed at all, Mrs. Wingfield. Let me help you with that.
Oh, thank you.
As a matter of fact, I've got to be going now.
Going? So soon?
Yes, well, I got to pick up Betty.
Betty? Betty? Who's Betty?
She's the girl I'm going steady with. We're engaged.
Oh, how nice. Tom didn't tell me you were engaged.
Yes, well, I've got to go. I need to pick her up. Goodbye, Laura. Thank you for the souvenir. I'll treasure it. And you remember the good advice I told you. So long, Shakespeare. Thank you, ladies. Good night.
Good night. Things have a way of turning out so badly. Tom?
Yes, Mother? Gentleman caller got on away already?
What a joke you played on us. You didn't tell us Jim was engaged.
Jim? Engaged?
Well, that's what he told us.
I'll be jiggered.
Isn't he your best friend or something at the warehouse?
He is, but how did I know? The warehouse is where I work, not where I know things about people.
You don't know anything. You live in a dream. You manufacture illusions. Where are you going?
I'm going to the movies.
Alright then, go. You made such fools of ourselves. Go, go.
Alright, I will. The more you shout about my selfishness, the quicker I'll go, and I won't go to the movies.
Go then, go to the moon, you selfish dreamer.
I didn't go to the moon. I went much further, for time is the longest distance between two places. Not long after that, I was fired for writing a poem on the lid of a shoebox. I left St. Louis. I traveled around a great deal. I would have stopped, but I was pursued by something. It always came upon me unawares, taking me altogether by surprise. I passed the lighted window of a shop where perfume was sold. The window is filled with pieces of colored glass, tiny transparent bottles in delicate colors, like bits of a shattered rainbow. Then all at once my sister touches my shoulder. I turn around and look into her eyes. Oh, Laura, Laura. I tried to leave you behind me, but I am more faithful than I intended to be. I reach for a cigarette, I cross the street, I run into the movies or a bar, I buy a drink, I speak to the nearest stranger, anything that can blow your candles out. For nowadays the world is lit by lightning. Blow out your candles, Laura, and so goodbye.